Alright, welcome to the New Diamond Show. So this is pt8b or maybe pt9 probably. Just extension of the show. We were just talking to the pt8 and discussing all about these things. So let's continue that conversation, and then again we'll not leave the tarot cards alone. They are our family too. We are all family. And that's all the message is here really, right? Think about it. So we're all connected, we're all together, and everything happens together. We got the crystal, we got the heart chakra, and we got these cards. So we'll get into the deck for at the end of this show. So now we talked about the family, all this problem. So the thing is that as I was saying, so welcome to this show, but this is extension, right, of previous show. So anyway, so now we have to realize, I was saying, so now astrologically, the mother, father, we have to go back 50, 100 years. Well, people say we are too modern now. Well, look around. This modern lifestyle is not working out for most people. This expensive lifestyle is not working out. So we need to be practical, we need to be intelligent, we need to see what works and what doesn't work. It's not being biased about being modern or being ancient. It doesn't matter. It could be either or both together. It doesn't matter. Like, I'll be honest, I'm a very, very modern person. But I think I have an old soul, and I'm also very cultural in that way, in that like I respect the ancient teachings and thoughts and all the customs and stuff that has made the world what it is till now, till everything went out of whack and chaotic world in the last 50 years. So that's my point. So now we will get back to this conversation about mother, father and family for now, because that is very important, right? As I said, we all family, we all connected. We don't have to be strangers. That's what we choosing to be in today's world, that we are strangers. No, we all connected. We have the same purpose, we all connect to the same almighty omnipresence, and then we all pass away. We all, in a way, go through the same life's, cycle, right? So there's no need to be a stranger. We can share our experiences and all that. Anyway, so now, so what happened to the family? Well, I don't connect with this person or that person. Well, okay. So the book is saying, okay, that might be true, and the book is quite aware, or my work is quite aware of the astrological problems. But what I'm saying, there's two types of problems. Right? Now we're going to get into the heavy stuff, and astrology a little bit. So the one problem is the astrological issues, whether the personality, the moon is in Leo or Scorpion or Cancer, whatever, or some configuration in the chart is making a person so uniquely sort of not making sense, right? Having so many offsets, unbalances in the chart, the aspects, and then it starts to affect them. So if somebody is affected by their own chart, of course, you have to understand that part, right? The human condition. Well, how are they going to connect with you? See, we have to understand the hard truth about things first before we find a solution or remedy for anything. That's my point. So first we gotta look at a chart. So let's say I'll give an example. Somebody said, okay, my father has problems, right? Now, the problems can be fixed, of course. Anybody's problem can be fixed, but the first step is you want to fix it, because that's a big one, right? Because as soon as people hear, oh, I have problem, well, I feel insulted, something wrong with me, I feel ashamed. No, if you have problems, then let's fix them. If a car is broken, you fix it, right? Not you fix it, a mechanic, whatever, or certified mechanic. But my point is that you fix the things. Some people work on their own cars too, I guess. But so you fix the problem. If there's a problem, be proud to fix it. Don't say, well, no, I don't have problem. No, you do have a problem. We all have a problem. We are incompetent in that way. We have a bad human design from Almighty, unfortunately, right? Because if we had a great design, then why am I here? Why are you here listening to all this? Right? Why are all the prophets and messiahs coming to earth? If we are so great human beings, why are we being told for 25,000 years or longer, trying to fix ourselves with messiahs after message after message? What's the message if we already know everything? if we are so great? So that's my point. We're all in the same boat. Doesn't matter how much I know or don't know. We're all in the same boat. We have to be humble, help others, and that's what it's about. If you have the knowledge like I do, okay, help. If you don't, then learn and then help, right? Straightforward again. Okay. So now, if the father said, okay, I want to fix this problem. Now, I've done many people's charts in the past. So reading charts is very easy for me. It's a piece of cake. It's easy. I've done it so many times, like probably few hundreds or more, right? And I know all, and I wrote the book and all this, of course. So if let's say somebody comes and say, Father, let's say he's a Libra. Let's just give an example, only this example. And there is a number 6, right? Or he's born on the 14th or number 6, sorry, 15th or number 6, becomes 6. And they say, okay, well, he's got a problem. Okay, so does he want to do his chart? Like, I'm not saying I'm saying it. Like, if somebody says, okay, my father has a problem, I'm going to do astrological reading, or I'm going to look into something, right? If they feel that they want to do that. Like, that's what I provide, I guess, right? Okay, so you do the chart. As soon as I see the chart, I'll immediately say, explain what the problem is, right? Because you have to be the master of astrology to know all this stuff. Now, astrology is a different thing. But getting the psyche into the things, that's a different thing, right? But astrologers just follow the science behind the planet movements and all that. I'm talking about remedies. The book doesn't take astrological findings very seriously, because, I'll tell you why I do that, because we know there's a flaw in it. We know there's lots of problems in astrology, and that's why we're trying to fix them. So we're here to fix the problem. We're not here to like say, oh, astrology is great. No, the universe is great, yeah, but that's not necessarily astrology, no. It's like a maze, it's got problems, it's got millions of doors to get out the exit. No, it's got problems, serious problems. And most people cannot get out of it unless they are told they have a problem, or a loved one or friend telling them we have a problem. Any problem, not talking about serious problems, little problems, doesn't matter. Not connecting with family members, friends, or whatever it is, or cannot communicate, cannot talk about certain things, or whatever it may be, concern for the person. So father says, okay, I'll do my astrological chart. So let's say I did the chart. Okay, did the chart. Whether it's over the phone or over the Zoom meeting or in person, however, whatever, it's fine. So as long as I have the chart, I can do it. I mean, face to face is better, like Zoom meeting, but without even the face, I can do a lot and kind of thing. And just talking to people, I get an idea of what's going on, right? So anyway, so now let's say we do the chart. So now the person has come this far, right? Because I've met people too, like, and I'm sure they're out there, of course, but I don't want to talk about astrology. Well, so there was one person, I mean, that's okay, that's their right not to. But there was one person, there was one lady, I will not mention the name, of course, but this lady was born on 6th of a month. 6th number, like I said, right? Now, not all 6s are bad, like I said, depend on your configuration, of course, right? Like, more problems. But this number 6 was like really, really bad. Like, it was so obvious. Even if I close my eyes, I can feel it, right? I can hear the woman talking. Like, this is so obvious. So this woman had a lot of problems, right? Now, if somebody doesn't want, like, if there are like that many problems, and I finally gave up. I said, you know what, if she doesn't want help, then, like I said, if you don't want help, you can bring the horse to the water, but you cannot drink it, right? That's the old saying. So that's where I let go. I don't say nothing, But I wish the best, meaning hopefully they get help. But I know, based on certain people and their certain chart, that they will never get the help. So you can't do nothing. So we have to move on to people who want the help, not to the ones who don't want to fix it and keep living that way, in that negative way. So anyway, so she had a lot of problems. Then I said, you know what, the chart. But after knowing this lady like on and off for many years, I realized that even if I did her chart, like, no, it doesn't matter how much I know, something made me realize, like, I can't fix this woman's chart. Why? I felt bad first before I feel bad for her. I felt bad too at the same time, because I have all this knowledge to help. Why can't I help her? Because first problem, like I said, the lady didn't want to take help. So obviously he can't go any further, right? Secondly, the lady has a problem. She can't talk about spirituality. She cannot talk about religion. She cannot talk about omnipresence. She doesn't talk about anything that's important. So I'm like, well, this is going to be a very difficult person. So I said, okay, fine. But the thing is, like, if the person had so many problems, then I just gave up anyway. Like I said, I couldn't do anything about it. So I said, okay, let this go. But I just want to mention and move on. We don't want to be sticking into that kind of an help with people with problems who don't want help, right? But what I'm trying to make a point, that number 6 has that sometimes. And people who are also born in, I'm going to mention it now as we talked about this, a lady, she's a Sagittarius, an older woman, a Sagittarius, but anyways, so I know her over 25 years, like on and off, and I've seen nothing but trouble, every time trouble. So the Sagittarius sign is not a bad sign. Like, sign is nice, a beautiful sign. But the thing is, like, not all are beautiful signs, I'm not saying that, but Sagittarius is not a bad sign, sign-wise, like the attributes and all, that's fine. But the women Sagittarius are different from men, right? So again, we have to set a different standard here, because not the same, right? Men and women are different anyways, but in this case, the women in Sagittarius are different, and I've met many over the years too, of course, in the charts and all that. And then on the men's side is different. So what do I mean by that? Is it just a man-woman thing? No. What I'm saying spiritually, that Sagittarius signs, a fire sign, like Leo, kind of, and it affects the ladies too much. The sign, I'm not saying the lady itself, the sign they're born under. The influence of Sagittarius affects the person. You see what I'm trying to get at? So that's a difficult one. But my point is, but men's side is a little bit okay. It's a little bit controlled. They can handle it, the vibration of Sagittarius. But women, like I said, they have a lot of issues. But if somebody is hearing this, it's a woman, Sagittarius, and she has those problems or something to do with her sign, please contact me. I would love to help. Like I said, I want to help everyone. Doesn't matter what sign. If you want the help, you'll get it. That much I can say for sure. I'll give the help you need. And if you think that the information is valuable enough, then you can go to the second hour, like $50 an hour, second hour, third hour, whatever. And you'll see in a short time, I'm not going to make this per hour rate for hours and days. No, I'm going to keep it as short and as affordable that I can for you, to help you, because that's the main purpose behind my teachings, to help, right? And keep the cost low for the music studio, for the show, for all these services, right? So these prices will never change. The world could get as expensive as it wants, that's okay, but these prices, as long as we are here, I guess, will not change. I will not raise my prices. I don't do that. So if I put a price, I think it's a good price, then it's a good price forever. I will not. Now, of course, if we live for millions of thousands of years, then I don't know. But as long as we don't live over 100 years usually, so in that context, I will not raise my price. $50 an hour for any services that I provide. You're welcome to contact me, ask for that. And sometimes people might be surprised, even in 1 hour they could get so much from me, and they'll say, wow, this person is not really after the money so much, like how we feel about astrologers or psychics these days. I'm not saying anybody specific, but in general, people get that feeling, right? They charge too much and it's so expensive and all that kind of stuff. So this is very reasonable. The whole idea is to help. Anyways, so getting back to the other part. So now we are saying, okay, fine. So what happens now? Well, we said, okay, so now we are going to try to say, okay, now you're going to say, okay, so now that we had a little discussion. So the chart was done, the father's chart. The father said, okay, my chart is done. You're here, or you're on the Zoom meeting or a call, whatever. Chart's done. So in that 1 hour, right, so 1 hour we'll spend while getting his information, date of birth, and getting the chart, bringing it up. So 1 hour, first hour is only explaining the chart. Why we only talk about the chart first? Because first we need to tell you what's your astrological issues, your good points, bad points, all that. And then from there, if you want to continue further, then we go into second hour or more. But the first hour, you will get all the astrological information directly from me. I'll try to give as much as I can in that first hour and be very honest. And your personality, your ascendant, everything will be discussed. And then you will hopefully say, okay, look, yeah, that's what it is. What you are reading is what I am, or what I'm feeling, or what my personality is, or how I act, and all that. And then we go from there. If you want to, if that knowledge is enough to continue on, then you're fine. But if you need more than that to the second hour, then go in it. If you think that unlocked your mystery and you figured out what was wrong, like one lady, I'll mention, it's very good. So one lady, she was also Sagittarius. Now she still lives in Canada right now. I think Alberta, but anyway, so this lady was very interesting lady, I tell you what. I don't remember the day of the month, but she was also a Sagittarius. But in her case, it was very, very odd, So I did her chart many, many years ago. And I asked her a question. I saw her a few times here and there, at a coffee shop or whatever. And I said, I said, how's everything going? You okay? Okay. He said, why? I said, but you always look upset. You swear sometimes. Like, you okay? Like, what's wrong? He said, you're good looking, tall woman. Like, what's the problem? So she couldn't explain. I said, okay, fine. Well, let me do your chart. Let's check your chart. He said, well, why not, right? So I said, okay, we did the chart. And I immediately found the problem. So her communication, Mercury was in Scorpio. Now this is something I don't have to explain to most people, because this is a common sense. Most people know about Scorpion. It's a very popular name, so people know that. I don't have to explain that, right? So anyway, so her Mercury was in Scorpion, and I said, okay, so I see a lot of other things too in the chart, but just specifying to that one. So as soon as I showed a copy printout and showed the chart, I said, that's your problem. And I don't know how, but this lady must have a special gift too, because I've never seen that before, right? She immediately figured it out. Oh, look, is that what's causing my problem? I said, yes, that is your problem right now. What I see for now, that is your problem. That's it. She said, okay, thank you. Now she left. After 2 weeks, I see her. She was very nice, talking a little different. Not going to be perfect overnight, right? Takes time to change. But she recognized the problem and she connected to her problem. She saw the Mercury in Scorpio in the house and she connected to it. She said, okay, I'm a human being, I'm special, we all are special and unique. She realized that I don't want a problem anymore. She realized that she probably trusted me to tell her all this, but then she said, okay, this is the problem, I'm going to fix it. I'm smart enough, wise enough, intelligent enough to say, okay, somebody told me what the problem is. So, a lot of this, surprise things come. So this lady, I'm like, I wish I had every client like that, right? I would love that, right? Well, then I only make $50 an hour and the client goes away, right? At least for that job. Maybe they come to something else. But that's okay, I don't mind that. And you pay for the hour, right? Like a flat rate. So even if I figure out the answer in 2 minutes and you're like, oh, I got my answer, I want to go home now. Okay, that's fine. You still pay for the hour, but I'd rather give you all the information, because it's not only about one thing I told her, right? It gets into more. Anyway, so my point is that some people are already in tune, like all these things, and sometimes they know the answers. So what I'm saying, that if you need help with just the basic reading, we're not reading your chart to make you rich and get you lotteries. Like, this is not what this is about. I leave that to the commercial people who claim that or do that, and I don't get into that conversation at all. The psychic, the astrologer who deals with me, I know him from 40 years now. He's very famous in Toronto. He's from Iran. And if somebody needs that kind of service, I can definitely point the way. Nothing wrong with him, but I'm just saying I don't get into that kind of stuff, right? This is about spiritual only, right? This is about spiritual only, what I'm doing. So, money comes from hard work, right? So, that's all I'll say. Or working, or being steady at work. So, Okay, so now we are ending the show soon with the final thought, right? So we're going to do one more reading for you today. Everybody will love it. So let me just check the time, and we will do one more nice reading here. Alright, so we're going to do a reading for the, what do you call it, sorry, a reading for the, for this society discussion we are extending from the last show, from PT8 to PT9, so it is technically PT9 now, episode 9, right? Well, we'll keep a number on the YouTube, don't worry. That'll be there. Okay, so do last one reading, then the show will finish in about next 10-15 minutes. Let's do it. So almost 1:15. Let's have fun with this one. Let's see what the cards also have to say. We care about their feelings and what they have to say. They are our family, they are our friends, our guides. They love us, we love them, and we connect. Alright, so this one is a special one, right? So we're going to, in this case, we're going to have everything straightened up here. We'll do a nice Celtic cross again, like we do usually, right? And this question is about society and what can we do. What can the cards tell us? What else the cards can tell us beyond what I've already mentioned and discussed? Because all the humans, we're not 100%, so we always miss something, even if it's a small thing or a big thing, but we always miss something. What other tools, what other things can we do to further enhance our agenda to make it a great society for everyone? A joyful, beautiful, filled with pride and love and joy. And humbleness. Never forget humbleness. Humbleness is the key to all emotions. Because if you're humble, then everything will blend nice, peacefully, smoothly. Okay. Uh-oh, we're not going to let go again. Oh boy. See? I can't control them, they're controlling us. I mean me. Okay. See? Just wow. 6 of Swords. You mentioned number 6 with the problem in society. Well, that's not only the one number, 6, 5 and 4. 6 is there, right? Number of the beast 66, so 6 is there. 6 is here. And look at the message. Passage. Wonderful. So passage meaning in this situation, and it's showing like an ancient, like, you know, like a Pharaoh days kind of, like people traveling in the boat and like spiritual monks and that kind of a thing, right? So message, yeah. So they used to, in the history, pass messages through the water, they used to come in the boats and all that, right? Yeah. So, but the point is, number 6 problem in society is not the only problem, it's part of it, I'm saying. Number 6. And then the passage is there, number 5 and 4 also. But passage is there, and it's trying to tell us that pass the message. In the ancient days, they passed the message through water, like I said, monks and stuff. And now we are doing through technology, internet, YouTube, and, you know, online media and some other means too. It's not just that. You can have conferences and actual physical shows and Zoom meetings and actual seminars, and lots of festivals ways to do it, but non-profit shows, or, you know, lots of ways, right? But the point is it's telling us in society that continue your message. So basically it's agreeing with what I've said so far. In this situation, the card is agreeing with me. It doesn't always agree with you. It expands your message, right? It doesn't disagree, but it expands it, right? So now the card is saying, look, you're on the right target. People should share your link. We should pass this message to everyone as a whole society all over the world, and that's, I guess, how we will get the message out. And once the message is out, then it's out, right? We all have it. So we'll do one more with it. I mean, that's one message. That's beautiful, very beautiful. Because it was a very spiritual omni message. They're showing us the monks in the boats, like the Noah days. See, the cards know what we are talking about for last 1 hour. They are sensing it, and then they will respond accordingly, like humans almost, or psychics or whatever. Okay. All right. So let's few more answers too, right? They will just make them work hard a little bit more. Sometimes they're tired at night. They're like, I only gave you one answer. No, a little bit more. Oh, they're not listening today. Oh, it's not listening, but that's okay. This is their way of answering. So that means the card are saying, not saying that the message will not be complete. It will be based on them, but they're saying that today I don't want to do too many readings, meaning like let's keep it a little bit quick answer. Same answer pretty much, but quick answer, they're saying. That's okay, that's no problem, that's alright. Answers are still good to have, so for society. Now look, they know we're talking about society, right? So the card and the pictures will accordingly come into the play. That's what I'm trying to say. So we'll see, okay, what's going on here, let's see. So now they're saying, alright, defense, 9 of wands, okay. 9 is a solution, as I mentioned, number 9. Galahad, Prince of Cups. Society trying to reach for the fame, for the glory and the money, and only focusing on that. That's not good. Defeat, lots of loss, sorrow. One wins and one loses, right? Defeat. A lot of defeat in society. 5 of Swords. Number 5 I mentioned is here. 9 is solution 2 there. Skull, it says Princess of Swords. And this one I'll figure out in a minute. Okay, the other one was work. Remember I mentioned work, and number 3 is magical. So work, meaning work hard, be spiritual, be organized, efficient, and get it all done. Work, you gotta work at it, right? Work. So here's the work card. Here is the society fake trying to reach always for the cup of glory. This guy is being so defensive, or defense hiding behind the cage. Anyway, so, and defeat, and skull. This one I want to understand. What is this one? Princess of Swords. So this message I want to understand. Like I said, sometimes they will